Well, it looks like the weather prediction paid off, and we got an extra day here. So this morning I'm going to go through some of the terms you've probably been hearing on the weather reports. What I have first up on here right now is a Bill Steffens blog, and I always kind of keep going back to this. He does a pretty good job with this, and I also tweet this one quite a bit. But this is definitely worthwhile to look at. The next map I want to throw up. We looked at this yesterday, and again is this jet stream map, and you can see this cold air just coming right from the Arctic. This is a continental Arctic air mass, and these typically are the coldest air masses you're going to get. And you can see as it's sweeping down, almost down the Rocky Mountains, getting to the southern part of the United States, and then moving back up. As we looked yesterday, we'll look at the next map here, that this is the track that this frontal system that went through yesterday is following right here. And notice this cold air is going all the way down into the southern tier of states also. So again, the jet stream is that high altitude river of air, stream of air if you win, and it really acts as a conveyor belt for all the weather systems. And let's look at the weather map here. This is the one I use in class quite a bit. And here's this frontal system that went through yesterday, and it's off to the Atlantic coast, well, almost the Atlantic coast right now. And here's our low pressure, and we have this counterclockwise rotation. And you can see these little bars of the weather stations always point into the direction of the wind. And it's pretty consistent that this wind is following that counterclockwise rotation. One thing you notice, this is a lake effect snow now, as this wind's coming over Lake Michigan. It's picking up the moisture from the water and dumping it inland. And you can see here's Grand Rapids right here, and we've got a pretty good band of snow in this area. If you looked at the weather advisories from yesterday, they're mostly the southern tier counties in Michigan. Now they're more on the lake shore. Again, this is due to the lake effect snow warnings. Looks like the east coast of the United States, again, it's getting that warmer air, and that's called a maritime tropical out of the Gulf of Mexico. So they're getting a lot of precipitation. One thing I want to look at is the temperatures out in the plains are significantly colder, and we're going to get colder, but they are going to be colder than the ones along Lake Michigan. And this is a term called continentality, and this term you might want to get in your notes. And continentality is a measure of the difference between continental and marine climates. Well, what it is really saying is this continentality is that areas that are away from water are going to have more extremes in temperatures. We've already talked about water moderates the temperature of the or of the landmass that's near it. So we looked at if you look here in Michigan, we have Lake Michigan moderating the temperature, especially the ones near the coastline. If you get out here into the plains, there's no large bodies of water to moderate any temperatures, so they have much more extreme temperatures, colder in the winter and can be warmer in the summer. The fancy term for that though is continentality. The next thing I want to look at that we've been talking about quite a bit, and or the news has been talking about, is the wind chill. And I put up here National Weather Service wind chill chart for all you math geeks out there. You can go ahead, and here's a nice little formula that they use. But this is we're into the temperatures. They're talking about in the 30s. So here's the wind. As the wind speed increases, definitely you can see that the wind chill temperatures actually will start dropping off too. And you can just Google wind chill charts, and you can come up with all sorts of information on that. The other thing I want to talk about today is the snowfall meltwater table. Not all snowfall has the same amount of water in it. Here's a chart that says approximate snowfall amounts at temperature ranges. I measured mine today. I had 4 inches of snow in the last 24 hours, and again, this depends a lot on where you are. And my liquid meltwater equivalent was about 0.3 inches of water, and temperature somewhere in this range here. So we're looking at somewhere between maybe a 9 and 12 inches of snow for every inch of water. And I came up with about a 13-to-1 ratio. So I wasn't really not too far off for a fairly rude conversion from where I take my measurements from. So here's kind of interesting, all the stuff that's been going on. And again, we'll have to pay attention to weather and see what happens tomorrow. But hope you enjoy your day off, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow.